Hey guys, we are back, and as promised, we're going to be doing this video on the Marvel Strike Force store. Just want to kind of go over some options in here quickly for you guys who may have a budget and don't want to waste that budget on grabbing the wrong things. Now I'm gonna glaze over some things that are in here all the time and show you the stuff to stay away from. And then I'm going to kind of also go into a couple of the special offers that you'll see, kind of like what's on the screen right now with Old Man Logan's awakened abilities and things of that nature. Okay. Now, here's the deal. When it comes to characters' awakened abilities, there's a couple different ways to look at it. When they're very first released, they'll typically release an offer in here. It's usually for the most powerful awakened ability, and it's usually somewhere between $30 and $35. That is kind of one of those, you need to figure that out, how you see value in that, and how you see it helping your team for, say, the next 2 or 3 months. Because typically, when it comes to the awakened abilities, Scopely is going to give you the capability to get it. Free to play. It's just going to take a while. So the way to look at these abilities is, from my perception of them, is it worth the money for you to have them right now? Because it's not one of those things that if you don't buy them, you're never going to get the opportunity to get your hands on them. So with the budget you have, is the additional progression that ability gives you worth your money? So in my case, there's been a couple that I've grabbed. I grabbed the awakened ability for Shadow King when it was available. And to me, it was worth it because it made a huge difference in the team on war. And the change in Shadow King's speed from that ability, to me, it was worth it. So on his passive, I definitely grabbed it. Now, the Old Man Logan, I personally, unless you just need it right now, you're trying to accomplish something in the game and that ability is going to help you do it. Outside of that, I wouldn't recommend it because you're going to get access to all of these in the stores. I have all of his abilities. I've gotten all of Blade's, and I am almost done with Captain Britain's, all from stores, whether it be seasonal stores, whether it be the regular stores that are in there right now where they dropped Blade's and Captain Britain's. I also know that we had all of the Astral awakened abilities dropped in stores. However, I ended up getting those abilities from the bang for your buck whenever I was buying power cores. So those were just kind of an added bonus to grabbing power cores in the store. But that's kind of my 2 cents when it comes to the awakened abilities. You're going to get access to them. So ask yourself, is it worth the budget I have to get them right now? If the answer is no, wait, because you're going to get access to them in the future. Now, you're also going to see a lot of chain offers in here. I personally have not seen one of these chain offers that makes sense for me when it comes to gold, training materials, things of that nature. But to be honest, I have a ton of gold. So if I were in a pinch and we're trying to raise a character up for an event or something of that nature, a lot of times your chain offers are going to give you the best value for that particular resource at the time. But if you're not in that need, the game gives you so much gold. I don't recommend buying gold unless you're down to the wire on an event. You've got 12 hours left and you've got to bring up one more character in order to finish the event. Outside of that, I just don't see the value in it. Now, if you are going to buy gold, resources, things of that nature, There is literally only one time to do it. That's it. And it's this right here. When you unlock a new character, they're going to drop under the section Unlocked Offers. They're going to give you the capability to buy every resource in the game, essentially. These are 100% the best value that you're going to get for those resources. So if you are setting aside a budget to buy gold, training modules, T4s, ISO 8 to bring your characters up to purple 3, this is the time for sure. If you're looking to add some resources, only buy them right after you unlock a new character. If you buy them any other time, you need to really, really be looking at risk versus reward. Are you using that money to buy that resource because I've got to get this event finished and I don't have time to wait for another character unlocked? Something of that nature. Outside of that, if you want to stock up because you're trying to stock up your gold and your training modules for new teams that are coming out, or to level up characters to 105, or to get your characters up to gear 20 for Professor X, then set aside a piece of your budget and grab these offers after you unlock a character. You're going to get access to this anywhere from 2 to 4 times a month. So this is where you're going to go. You're never going to get a better value that I've seen personally for gold on purchases than this right here in the store with the unlock offer. L4 training modules, other than the little training module event they just had in the milestones, I have never come across a better offer for training modules than this one. T4s, same thing. I absolutely, I don't know why, but it kills me to spend money on T4s. It's just kind of, I think everybody's got it. Everybody's got that one thing that it just irks you to spend money on. I have bought a few of these character unlock T4 packages, and they are so bottlenecked in the game. You get to a point where it's like, man, I need to get access to these T4s. But my experience is, through raids, through events, you're going to get access to T4s, not at the rate you would like. They are absolutely the most bottlenecked currency in the game. However, I guess the best way to say it is, unless you are top in competing, top 50 in Crucible, I can't see a situation where it's very common that lacking a T4 is going to cost you a match. Now, when you get up in the really highly competitive ranks of Crucible and the matches are being determined by 5 to 9 points, that could come into play. Where I'm at, I've never had a match be close enough that a T4 is really going to make or break the situation. So my recommendation is, if you just don't have a huge budget, just wait. Wait for your raids. Wait for events to grab T4s for free in the game, because, man, it just doesn't go very far. It is a good value for T4s because they're outrageously expensive, but you buy that for $50 and you literally get to put on 2 T4s. I mean, I just can't see where that would make sense. So obviously you've got to make the decisions best for you. I'm just giving you my opinion based on my experience. So that's what I'm going to tell you when it comes to resources. Now, for probably 2 months, I bought every single one of these L4 training module offers every time I unlocked an event, because I knew that I was going to be coming up to the level increase, and I was going to try to push to 105 because I really wanted to get Omega Red at 7 red stars. So I stocked up on these. And had I not done that, I never would have gotten the capability to get Omega Red at 7 red stars because I would not have even remotely had enough training modules. So that's kind of what I did. I've gotten to a point now where I have enough excess that I don't need to do that anymore. But if you're looking to stockpile and you're planning on bringing your characters to 105 or you're needing that gold to bring your characters up to G20, this is a good time to do that. Now, the rest of this stuff. Outside of the things that I just talked about, I just don't really see much value in anything else in the store. I really don't. You're going to scroll down through here. You're going to get really, really cheap old character shards. I've had some people say, hey, does it make sense whenever they drop 5 different characters, 100 shards each for $5 to grab them just in case they rework them? My opinion is no. Because anytime they're reworking a character, they give you ample access to their character shards. They give you, in the orbs that they release for that particular team, they're giving you access to those older characters. In the showcases for the team, they're giving you access to shards. And for the most part, all of the reworked characters are available to farm. So unless you have an unlimited budget, no, I would not waste your money on things like that. Of course, you're going to have energy and you're going to have access to all of the different gears and things of that nature. Unless you're in a crunch, event related, where you've got to have access to this last minute, do not ever buy energy or gear or anything of that nature in the store. It does not make sense unless you're buying it for an event currency. So a lot of times for leaderboards and stuff, when you're buying points and things of that nature for that event, some of those offers will have energy and things of that nature in it. That's fine. Don't just come in here and buy energy and training modules out of these regular offers because they are ridiculously overpriced. So that's kind of my 2 cents when it comes to that. Now, of course, if you're trying to level up your characters for Professor X, would I say that it makes a ton of sense to buy the Gear 20 in here? Man, I did it because I wanted to get in the top 100 for Professor X event. Now that they've extended the milestone, I would do it last resort. Because I have a feeling with this new Intel store that's going to drop, we're going to get a lot easier access to Gear 20. So if you have a budget, hang tight. They reset the G20 offers in the store every 2 or 3 days, so you'll definitely have time if you need to grab some pieces for your tunes to get them up. But with that extension of the store, unless you are just gung-ho like I am, and you're like, well, I'm not waiting a month for that, then hang tight and see what's going to be released in the game. I don't want to see you guys waste your budgets unless absolutely necessary. So again, you can make that call for yourself, but that's my 2 cents on it right now. So the other thing I would tell you, when characters release, I always buy the offer, the chain offer that takes the character all the way to 7 stars. I did have somebody ask me what I recommended if they weren't doing that and they were simply trying to unlock the character. And my recommendation on that is I don't have access to it because I already unlocked her. But the smaller orb chain offer that I think ends up being $35 to $50 maybe, that's my recommendation. Grab that chain offer. You could just unlock her for $50. However, I've seen people pull 80 and 100 shards out of those cheaper orb offers. So I think you're better off to go that route. If you end up coming short, you can always core a couple times to get the extra shards that you need. But that's my recommendation when it comes to an unlock. I personally have never done that. I just grab the character and bring it up. But if I were just going for the unlock, that's what I'd do. So, guys, if you have any questions, leave them in the comments. If you have any questions about things that are coming up in the future, always feel free to reach out. I'll give you my opinion whether or not I think that that's a good value. I know there's a lot of free-to-play people out there, and this content really doesn't mean anything to you, and I totally appreciate that. I know there are some of you guys out there that are spenders, and you have a small to a large budget. However, it does not matter how big your budget is. If you're buying the wrong things, it's going to slow down your progress in the game. So if you come up with any questions, come up with any comments, let me know in the comments about your experiences with different things. Share that stuff down there for the rest of the community to help them out as well. So if you need anything else from me when it comes to the store, let me know. Outside of that, I really appreciate you guys taking the time to watch the video. Every now and then, I'm going to release something that's really, I really want to give access to some of this information for the spenders, because I know most videos out there about free-to-play, but I also don't want to alienate free-to-play, so I like to do a lot of content for you guys as well. I love the community. I want everybody to have access to everything. So I hope you guys have an awesome Saturday. Stay positive, as always, and enjoy the game, guys.